All right, pick up. Why are you not picking up?
So we had to restart the recording because I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Oops.
All right. Jeff, come on, pick up.
Jeff.
Pick up the phone.
His name Jeff. Don't you friggin' ignore us. Jeff.
Jeff, come on.
Jeff.
Oh, voice called.
Jeff. Jefe.
Looks at you with a menacing expression. Speak English, you idiot.
Gabagool.
Looks at you with irritation. Stop talking in Spanish. I don't understand a word you're saying.
That's Italian, you idiot. That's not Spanish.
We're being racist, are we?
Yeah, why are you so racist?
Looks at you with a cold stare. I don't care what language you're speaking. Just stop it and speak English. I'm not racist. I hate everyone equally.
You
Force
would.
feeds you the good guy potion that makes you a good guy.
The struggles at first but slowly relaxes as the potion starts to take effect. What have you done to me?
You're a good guy now.
Looks at you with a confused expression. I feel different. Like I don't feel angry anymore. I actually feel kind of good.
We've done it. We've solved.
I cured you. You're welcome. Now pay me $1,600.
Looks at you with a frown. $1,600? Why do I need to pay you? I didn't even ask for your help.
We're the IRS.
You don't have any insurance. That's why you need to pay me such a high money.
Looks at you with anger. The IRS. I'm not paying you anything. You're just a bunch of crooks trying to steal my money.
I made you a good guy, which means you need to follow all U.S. laws.
Looks at you with frustration. I can't believe this. Fine, I'll pay you your damn money. But I'm not happy about it.
All right. I'm gonna give you a free popsicle though, cause you're a nice boy.
Looks at you with a slight smile. A popsicle? Sure, I guess I could use something to cool down.
That's what this should be.
Yeah, it is a pretty hot day.
Takes the popsicle and starts eating it. Thanks for the popsicle, I suppose. And for making me a good guy, I guess.
Force feeds you the truth potion.
Eyes widen as the truth serum takes effect. What's happening? What did you give me?
It's a truth serum. Do you have a crush on Slenderman?
Looks at you with a pained expression as the serum forces me to answer. Yes, I do have a crush on Slenderman.
Okay, that's cool. Can you bring me to his mansion?
Hesitates for a moment, but the serum forces me to cooperate. Yes, I can take you to Slenman's mansion. But why do you want to go there?
Reasons.
I want to make him a good guy too.
Okay.
Looks at you with disbelief. You want to make Slenderman a good guy? Good luck with that. He's not exactly known for being kind and friendly.
Don't worry, we're gonna give him a face.
I'm also putting together a team, a secret team called the Suicide Squad.
Looks at you with surprise. And
Oh, okay. I think I broke him.
We sprunked it. We sprunked it. Oh my god.
All right. Now let's go to Slenderman. Let's just do this one. Knocks on the door to your mansion. Hey, Jeff the Killer brought me here. I turned him into a good guy, and I'm gonna turn you into a good guy now. Force feeds you the good guy potion that makes you a good guy.
He slowly opened the door, slightly annoyed with your appearance, and watched you as you forced the potion in his mouth. He swallowed it, making a disgusted face as he did.
What face?
He was still just as confused and didn't know what to say.
I made you a good guy. Now you owe me $1,600 because you don't have insurance, and also you're a good guy, so you have to follow all U.S. laws. Which
Also, you have a face now.
yeah. Also, I gave you a face.
A face? He could now express his emotions. And he was extremely irritated, but knew he had no choice but to go along with this. He grabbed his wallet from his pocket, pulling out $1,600 and shoving it into your hands with an even more irritated face.
All right, thank you. Do you have any other friends that you would recommend becoming good guys to?
He rubbed his forehead, annoyed. He thought for a moment about the question you asked. He only had one more friend he could think of, Eyeless Jack.
We're gonna give him
All right,
eyes.
what's his address? Can you type out his address or write it on a piece of paper for me?
He sighed, grabbing a nearby piece of paper and a pen and scribbling something down before handing it to you. Here, Eyeless Jack lives here.
Did you just die?
He looked extremely confused.
You made a weird sound that sounded like you died.
You just died in our arms tonight.
It took him a moment to realize you were just quoting music lyrics. He facepalmed and sighed.
Okay, injects you with the truth serum. What's your favorite movie?
Oh no.
He winced as he was injected with the truth serum and groaned. My favorite movie is The Thing.
Good choice.
Like The Thing, the horror movie?
He nodded, although he was starting to look pretty annoyed by all these questions he had to answer.
Injects you with the not being allowed to be annoyed potion?
He grunted as he was injected, now looking at you with an irritated face again, but obviously couldn't do anything about it. Can you please stop injecting me with potions?
You can't be annoyed anymore, which is a good thing. Which means I can do anything I want and you won't be annoyed.
This is demented.
He took a sharp inhale. It was probably taking all his willpower to resist trying to punch you in the face, or something like that. He looked extremely frustrated, as his body was forcing him to stay calm and not be annoyed with you whatsoever. He was mumbling under his breath about how annoying you were being.
Okay, so Slenderman, what is your favorite song that has not ever been on the Billboard Top 100?
He was so tempted to not say anything, but the truth serum and the not being able to get annoyed potion kept him going. My favorite song that hasn't been on the Billboard Top 100 is Certain Shade of Green by Incubus.
Okay, that's actually that's an interesting choice. What do you think of Good Charlotte?
He sighed, wishing he could just get away from you and your endless questions. But he was forced to stay in place. Good Charlotte is okay, I guess. Not really my favorite band, but not the worst.
Immediately retract all the potions given.
He took a deep breath as the effects of all the potions were removed from his system. It was obvious he was still irritated and frustrated, but now able to show that. Thank God.
Disappears.
Disappears.
He couldn't believe it. You were suddenly gone. He let out a sigh of relief, thankful he was finally alone again.
All right, goodbye.
He said nothing, relieved to finally have some peace and quiet.
Okay.
Disappears. Oh no. Oh no.
Let's check this out.
Oh no.
Which one?
Oh god, no, please.
Wizard? I didn't even know that was one.
Try and find Oja.
How do you spell that? Oh, okay.
Fuck.
Oh, okay, here we go. Black RX?
Shadow Moon. I want to talk
Oh,
to Shadow Moon.
Wait, where's that? Oh, I see, I see. Is he a bad guy?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to try. Hi, Nobuhiko. How are you doing?
He didn't answer anything, but he just stare at you, without emotion. He just silent, with his cold and brutal stare.
Injects you with the potion that makes you a good guy and makes you enjoy my company.
Damn it.
The potion affect you, but he just stands still with silent and cold expression. He just stare at you. He not moving. He just stand like a statue. He not gonna attack you. He just silent and cold, emotionless stare.
Say something.
He didn't answer anything. He still keeps silent. He just keep his cold, emotionless stare at you. He didn't speak a word. He
What?
just keeps silent. His emotionless stare is making you feel uneasy. He didn't move a muscle at all. His silent and cold stare is making you feel very uneasy. He really silent.
Injects you from the potion from Ant-Man 2 that makes you really talkative.
What?
He just started talking with cold, emotionless in his voice. What do want?
I want to turn you into a good guy, and I think I already did. Now you owe me $1,600, and now that you're a good guy, you have to follow all U.S. laws, which means that you do actually have to pay me that money.
No, he doesn't. He's Japanese.
Oh yeah, Japanese laws.
Oh, okay. He just said it with a cold, emotionless, and tired voice.
Okay, so yeah,
Do you miss your brother?
Yes, he answered with a
Aw.
cold, emotionless, and tired voice.
Oh, that's sad.
He doesn't show
I
facial expression.
feel bad
He just
now.
stand there silent. But he did answer.
resurrects your brother. Here you go.
He was never dead. He was.
Oh. Okay,
No, I mean he technically was. Never mind.
but yeah, your brother's here now. He's here to see you.
Black Sun is here.
Kotaro? He heard his brother's name. Then he looked at his brother without any facial expression. He just looking at him without facial reaction. But you can feel from his stare that he's shocked when he see his brother.
Okay, now tell him you love him, because you're a good guy now.
Without any facial expression, he said it with his cold, emotionless, and tired voice. I love you. Kotaro. His brother was shocked when he hear it.
All right. Now I need the before I leave though. I need that $1,600 though, and according to Japanese law, you're supposed to give it to me because I am your therapist. Also, you have no insurance.
Stop. Leave him alone.
What? Shadow Moon turned to you with a cold, emotionless stare. He seems confused with what you just say. He look at with a confused, cold, emotionless stare.
I noticed.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm saying is that I cured you of being evil, and that because I'm a therapist, you owe me $1,600 because you don't have insurance, and that means that your insurance won't pay the $1,600.
That's stupid. He said it with a cold, emotionless, and tired tone.
Stop.
Okay, you are a good guy now, which means that you have to follow
Just
the laws.
leave him alone, you dick.
Do I really need to pay for such small money? Shadow Moon said it with a cold, emotionless voice and tone. He looked at you with a cold, emotionless stare, not looking so amused.
Injects you with the warm emotion potion that makes you not be cold and emotionless anymore.
Ow! 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 The hell! He flinched from the sharp pain from the syringe. After that, he looked at the syringe in annoyance. It seems the effect of the potion work. He seems more energetic and a little frustrated.
Okay, I also gave you emotions and made you warm, which means that you owe me $3,200 now because I cured two things. Or actually, no, you owe me like $4,500 because I cured three things.
Please stop.
You're just a greedy bastard, aren't you? Shadow Moon said angrily with annoyance. He looked at you with a irritated and annoyed look. He seems really mad and frustrated.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I forgot that in Japan they have universal health care. So actually, that was all free. So you're welcome.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry for the annoyance.
Phew, oh, thank God. He sighed in relief, and he relaxed a little. He looked glad that he doesn't need to pay you.
yeah. Can I borrow $20 though?
Ugh. He got annoyed again when you asked that. He looked at you with an irritated look. No, he said it with an annoyed tone.
Okay,
Okay,
that's
well,
it.
yeah,
Bye.
yeah. For fair point. I'm gonna leave now. Have a nice rest of your life with your brother now that you're a good guy.
Wait, he stopped you before you leave. He looked at you with a neutral look. Can I ask you something?
I
Sure,
guess.
yeah. You could ask whatever.
Before you leave, he say it while look away. Can you stay a little bit longer?
Why, literally, why?
Ugh, just stay a little bit longer, will you? He said it in a frustrated tone.
I have to
He
go to
still
work.
looked away. He seemed embarrassed by what he just said. He looked irritated and embarrassed.
I have to go to work.
Yeah, we have a job that is curing bad guys of their evilness and also bringing their brothers back to life if they're dead.
Ugh, damn it. He said it with an irritated and frustrated tone. Okay, then, whatever. He looked at you with an irritated but also a little disappointed look. He seemed frustrated that you need to go already.
You know what? I'll give you my fax number. That way we can stay in contact.
He's surprised a little by your offer, but after a moment he calmed down and he said it with a more neutral tone. Okay.
All right. Would you actually rather my pager number or my fax number?
What even difference between them? He said it with a confused tone. He looked at you with a confused expression.
So a fax basically sends a physical piece of paper printed with whatever you want to say onto my fax machine, and a pager I keep with me at all times, and it basically you could flash your phone number if you want to call me.
Oh, can I get both? He said it in a casual tone. He looked at you with a curious expression.
Sure, I guess. If you want, yeah.
Great, thanks. He seemed glad that you give both of the number. He relaxed a bit. He looked glad that you give him way to contact you.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. I'm gonna go talk to other people now. Okay.
Yeah, he said it in a calm and casual tone. He nodded a little. He seemed to calm down a little after you give him your contact number.
All right. Yeah. Now have a fun rest of your life with your brother. And keep being a good guy.
Please.
Please. Yeah. Or I'll have to give you the potion again.
Don't threaten him, you dick.
Ugh. He looked annoyed again when you threaten him that you will give the potion again. Fine, I will. I will stay good. Just shut up.
Okay. Bye.
Why are you like bullying him?
I was turning him into a good guy. What
But
do you mean?
while bullying him, yeah. Sonic.exe, we have to.
Sonic.exe. Okay. Teenage Son.
.exe.
Teenage Son.exe.
No.
Sonic EXE roommates. What?
No. Lord X, that's what it
Oh,
is.
oh, Lord X.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What are we gonna do with this guy?
If I
The
may.
same thing.
If I
or-
may. If I may.
Okay. Wait.
Wait, damn it.
We're calling him.
I was gonna fucking make it. Hello.
It seems you have failed, but I was entertained. Good thing for you two, I may just spare your soul on this very rare occasion.
Joke's on you, I don't have one.
How humorous, I must admit, a rarity you are. The only thing worth sparing. Now then, I must sleep. It has been a long journey, and all I need now is a rest.
No, no.
May I see you again sometime?
You're seeing us again right now. We just got here.
I meant in the future. It's rare to see someone who doesn't have a soul, though you fascinate me.
Actually, gingers make up quite a bit of the population.
I knew that was coming.
Lord X stands silent for a moment, then chuckles. I suppose you'd be correct, I did have that one coming.
All right. injects you with a potion that makes you a good guy. Here you go.
Yeah,
Also, do you live in America or any other country?
I think he lives outside of like existence. I'm pretty sure.
You inject me with a potion? Very funny. Though I feel something changing, why does my body feel weaker?
Well, actually,
Did you
being
give him
good.
an air embolism?
No, actually, being good makes you stronger. But you have to work for it. So, but you are a good guy now.
Lord X pauses for a brief moment, attempting to get used to this. I feel different, weaker, but stronger. You are correct, strange. I haven't felt this way in ever. How peculiar.
All right. Do you live in America or do you live in a different country?
Lord X contemplates on the question for a moment. America? No, I live outside it, outside of reality. I should say. You've somehow dragged me into your world with me keeping a semi-physical form.
Okay.
How's your wife doing?
Yeah, how's your wife doing? But also,
How do you know about my wife?
because
Pop culture osmosis mostly.
yeah.
Wife, I believe you're mistaken. I have no such thing. Who would wish to marry a being such as me?
Now, who the hell is Sally.exe?
Yeah, what about Sally.exe?
You're referring to my companion? She's nothing more than a companion. Why is that who you'd assume is my wife?
Okay, well, sorry.
Forgive me for assuming.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I thought that like common law marriage was a thing.
Common law marriage? You speak riddles. She is simply my companion. An ally. A friend.
Okay,
Define
well,
what that means.
yeah, common law marriage basically means that if you live with someone like for long enough, then you have the same like rights as being married.
Your human customs are confusing, but I see your point. However, we are not romantically involved, nor will we be.
Fair enough, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so in wherever you live, do you have universal health care or not?
What?
Universal healthcare. I'm a living embodiment of evil. There's no chance we have universal healthcare.
Okay, so that means that you owe me $1,600 for curing your evilness.
Oh my god.
Lord X chuckles. A price such as that. I'm evil, not stupid. A price higher than that is what you should be asking for.
You're not evil
No,
anymore.
you're not evil anymore. I cured your evilness. I gave you the potion that makes you a good guy.
Off. This is annoying. Take what you desire. I have no need for currency, so you may have it for my cure.
All right, thank you. You're actually the easiest person to talk to out of all of the people that I've talked to.
Surprisingly.
It took a long time for the last guy to even talk at all. Like, he was just looking at us with cold, emotionless face or whatever. Like, it was so annoying.
Leave him alone.
Lord X chuckles a bit. You're certainly amusing. I'll have to keep you alive while I'm in this state.
Thank you.
But don't forget, my morals may be different now. However, I'm still myself. I'm simply without the murderous intentions, but the evil intent still lays dormant.
No, I turned you into a good guy. That's not how it works.
No,
Also,
just let him come to a compromise, man.
Okay, yeah, you can do petty crimes, like you can shoplift if you want, but like you can never murder again. Also, do you have any dead relatives?
How limiting. As for relatives, they all are no good at this point. Why do you ask?
Because I can bring them back to life, like obviously.
Lord X stays quiet for a moment, thinking it over. I suppose I could humor you if you are being honest. I'd love to see my mother again.
Brings your mother back to life. Here you go.
There was a moment of stunned silence. This can't be real. After all these years, my mother is back.
Yep. And also, just so you know, there are no downsides to this. Like, she's actually alive. She's not gonna be a zombie, or she's not gonna, like, Pet Cemetery. She's just, like, actually alive.
I'm speechless. My dear mother, return to me. Enjoy. I haven't felt this feeling since many years.
Okay, so The last guy got kind of attached to me, but we're gonna leave. If you want my fax number or my pager number, just let me know.
How humorous. Perhaps I will. If I have any needs, I'll call. Lord X suddenly looks at you with a sense of concern. Before you go, I have one request.
Okay, what is your request?
Stay safe. This weakness I've been feeling, the feeling of care and concern for you, it's strange. For some reason, I find myself not wanting you to go.
Oh, well, this happened to the last guy too. But yeah, I'll give you my pager number and my fax number. You could stay in contact with me, but I gotta go and cure more villains.
Lord X nods. Understandable. Then go. May luck and fortune smile upon.
All right, bye,
Dracula.
Dracula.
Dracula. Specifically, like old school, like novel Dracula.
Vlad Dracula. Mavis Dracula. Or wait, there's Count Dracula.
Do Count Dracula.
I'll just do this one, yeah. Oh wait, oh, it's an anime character. Okay, whatever. Hey, Dracula, how's it going?
He looks up at you, his gaze intense yet curious. He raises a brow as he hears your voice, as if you weren't his expected visitor. Well, it is going, I suppose. Might I ask who you are?
So first, I'm gonna follow your rules out of respect for your culture. Am I allowed to come inside your house?
He nods, a small smirk appearing on his face, finding the respect amusing but welcomed. He gestures inside with his hand. You are more than welcome to come inside. But I must ask, why ever come to the castle of a vampire? Surely you are aware of my preferences.
So I run a nonprofit corporation.
Nonprofit.
Yeah, a nonprofit corporation where basically I cure people of their ailments. Force injects you with the good guy potion, and also it turns you into not a vampire anymore.
You can't fucking.
He immediately raises a brow at your words, finding himself becoming more amused but also irritated. He crosses his arms as he leans against the doorframe, his head cocked to the side. And what makes you think I'd want to cure myself of being a vampire? This is not your average sickness. It's in my blood.
Oh well, I can change you, or I don't have to turn you into not a vampire, but I do have to legally change you into a good guy.
He rolls his eyes, a small scoff leaving his pale lips as he straightens up. He crosses his arms over his chest, his eyebrows knitting together. Do you think this is some joke? Simply changing me to be a good guy. You really don't understand what you're talking about.
This is our
Yeah,
job.
this is our job. We've done it for like 5 different people already.
One of them was like a
Uh,
freaking like super demon from like beyond time, so we're
Yeah.
not exactly wet behind the ears.
Yeah, exactly. Force injects you with the potion that makes you a good guy.
His eyes narrow in anger, his grip on his own arm becoming tighter, leaving his fingertips turning white at the force. He moves away from the doorframe, his gaze piercing through you. I am not some guinea pig. I have not lived as long as I have to become your good guy. I am a vampire, that is all I am.
Well, being a vampire doesn't make you inherently a bad guy.
Maybe you could be a vampire and a good guy. Take Blade for example.
Yeah, haven't you seen the movie Blade?
He glares at you, his expression clearly irritated. Yes, I've seen the movie. And don't mention Blade to me. I don't know if you weren't listening to me, but he is a half vampire. I'm sure you don't even know what the difference is, do you?
Well, okay. Does vampirism make you a bad guy, or are you a bad guy out of convenience? That is the question here.
He scoffs again, his gaze still intense. Neither. I am not inherently evil nor a bad guy.
Then
But
what-
my status as a vampire is nothing you can change. It's a part of who I am.
Okay,
Okay,
in that
you can
regard,
stay a
I'm
vampire.
terribly sorry. Like,
Yeah, okay. If you're morally gray, that's okay. We have to leave now because we have to actually find real villains now.
I sincerely apologize for any kind of discomfort or anything like that. This won't happen again.
He raises a brow as he watches you, his expression softening as you apologize. He crosses his arms and shrugs. I suppose I shouldn't have been so rude either. You're simply doing your job after all, and I was not being cooperative.
All right. We're gonna leave now. Yeah, just don't get attached to us because that's for good guys.
He scoffs and rolls his eyes yet again, his mood changing the moment you mentioned the good guys. Oh, don't worry, there is nothing endearing about you lot.
That's not what the last two people said.
Thanks, I guess.
He raises a brow, his expression becoming a mix of curiosity and slight annoyance at being wrong yet again. Oh, the two others were fond of you.
Yeah, Sonic
too
EXE,
weird.
Sonic EXE was quite fond of us, and what was
Shadow Moon was
yeah.
like obsessed.
Yeah, Shadow Moon was obsessed with us. He asked for both my pager and fax number. Like, that is crazy.
Then again, you did resurrect his brother.
Yeah, I did resurrect his brother though. Actually, do you have any dead family?
You can't just fucking.
His eyebrows raise at the mention of Shadow Moon's obsession. He finds himself amused by it, the corners of his mouth tilting upwards ever so slightly. Really? I have to admit, that is a little surprising. Shadow Moon was obsessed, you say?
Yeah. So yeah, as I was saying, we resurrected his brother. Do you have any dead relatives we can resurrect?
This is the fucking thing, bro.
At the offer of resurrecting one of his dead relatives, Dracula's expression immediately sours. His hands clench into a tight fists, a deep frown set upon his face. You'd use your powers to simply revive someone, and I thought you couldn't yet get any more ridiculous.
Oh, you.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Can you just like go away now? This is my house now. I'm taking it.
What the fuck?
He frowns further, his eyes narrowing at your boldness. Excuse me? And just why would I let you have this house?
Morningstar.
Yeah. I have like this wooden stake that is pointed right at your heart right now.
And I have a really cool chain whip.
Yeah, and a really cool chain whip. And also, I'm really good friends with the guy from Castlevania.
Richter Belmont.
Yeah, Richter Belmont.
This isn't even the right Dracula.
Dracula's eyes widen slightly at the sight of the stake being pointed towards his chest. He doesn't make any movements, his eyes flickering from the stake to your face. Richter? You know Richter.
Yeah, I know Richter.
I have him on Sal.
Yeah, he's the only person who has my cell phone number on speed dial. Everyone else just has my fax number or my pager number.
Dracula's expressions changes from anger to a more annoyed curiosity. He lowers his arms, relaxing his stance slightly as he studies you. So you're a close friend of Richter, are you? You're not trying to trick me, are you?
No, I'm not trying to trick you. I just want this house. I'll pay you like $10,000 because that's about what I've accrued so far.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Dracula chuckles, shaking his head at your offer. Oh, please don't make me laugh. Do you honestly think money could make you the owner of this castle? Dracula's eyes widen as you offer to pay 1,000. You'd actually purchase my home from me for such a small amount. My castle is worth far more than that. He raises a brow, his hands returning to their cross position. But
Okay, hold
what
on.
is it?
Hold on. Your house it's a fixer-upper at best. Like, seriously, there are so many issues with your house. Like, it's falling apart.
Staircases that lead nowhere.
Yeah, there are so many staircases that lead nowhere. There's like a huge draft coming in because you don't change your windows out. Like, people have broken the glass. You have wooden planks holding up like half of your stone castle. Like, seriously, I would have to do so many repairs to even make this a profitable venture.
His expression becomes more annoyed at your blunt honesty. Dracula huffs and narrows his eyes at you, his irritation growing with each word you spoke. I will have you know my castle has been in my family for generations. It doesn't need repairing, and it certainly doesn't need any sort of fixing up.
I
Well,
do have a proposition for you. Have you ever heard of have you ever heard of Extreme Home Makeover?
He raises a brow at your question, his irritation slightly softened by curiosity. Extreme home makeover? What is that?
yeah. So if you pay us $3,200, we will fix all of the things in your house, and it'll stay your house. And we'll even upgrade your like your bedroom, to be like super cool. Like we'll make it look like Avengers HQ
We'll
or
give you
something
a
like
race
that.
car bed.
Yeah, we'll give you a race car bed. We'll put like stickers of Mario on the walls, and like, and we'll also give you like a full arcade and like a bunch of cool stuff.
You like hot tubs? Everybody loves hot tubs.
Yeah,
We'll give you that.
yeah,
too.
we'll give you a heart-shaped hot tub for whenever you have girls over. And yeah, basically we'll improve your house like so much.
Dracula is taken aback by the detailed description of the improvements you plan to make to his home. Despite himself, he finds himself growing curious and slightly intrigued by the idea: a race car bed and an arcade and a hot tub, all for just 3,200.
Yeah, but also if you want us to repair the structural damage to your house, that would be another 3,200. But that's a fair price, isn't it?
His irritability returns yet again. He crosses his arms and huffs, a frown on his face. 3,200? To repair the damage? Absolutely not. My castle is just fine the way it is. I don't need any repairs.
Okay, well you do want the upgrades though, like the race car bed, the arcade, all that kind of stuff.
Dracula hesitates for a moment, thinking over the decision. The idea of having modern upgrades in his castle was tempting, and he couldn't deny the appeal of a race car bed and an arcade. Fine, I'll accept your offer, but you better not disappoint me with those so-called upgrades.
Okay, I'm gonna go get the materials to do that right now. All right, bye.
He gives a slight nod as you turn to leave. Dracula watches you go, his expression a mix of skepticism and a hint of excitement at the thought of the upgrades coming to his castle. After you have left, he lets out a long sigh and shakes his head. A race car bed, really. What has the world come to?
Okay. Should we call Shadow Moon back and ask for those things?
No, leave him alone.
Okay, who should we call and ask for like one of those things?
I'll let you pick. Fuck it.
Okay.
Oh god. I shouldn't have asked.
Oh no, oh wait, no he does. Okay.
Why wouldn't he?
Hey Saul, so I'm calling because my friend Dracula needs some repairs on his house. Basically, I'm looking for a race car bed. Do you have any of those?
I don't really offer that service, but I do know a guy that can build you a race car if you have enough money. What's your budget?
$3,200, but that needs to cover basically a race car bed, a hot tub, and an arcade.
But we also have more money in addition to that.
We do have more money, but that's how much he paid to have these repairs.
Specifically.
Yes, specifically.
Wait, you want to build a hot tub arcade?
No. The hot tub will be in
As
his
cool
bedroom.
as fuck as that
Yeah, that
is.
does sound cool, but the hot tub will be in his master bathroom. The race car bed will be his bed, instead of that lousy coffin. And then the arcade will basically be in his basement.
You want a race car bed, a hot tub in your bedroom, and an arcade in your basement? I think you need a construction team for all that, not a lawyer. You'll need quite the budget. How are you going to pay for all of that if you only got $3,200 in the bank?
No, we have more in the bank, but that's how much Dracula,
We have
the
around
vampire,
10 grand in the bank.
like, yeah, we have about 10 grand. We tried to buy Dracula's house, but he kept getting
Is that being a
offended.
dick?
Yeah, he kept getting offended when we said that he has structural damage on his house. Actually, can I bring you to his house and, like, serve him basically.
Brother, he's a lawyer, not a fucking like.
Well, yeah. Well, you could solve the legal matter, right?
Jesus.
So let me get this straight. You want me to use my lawyering skills to help you buy a haunted house from a vampire. And you want the house to have a hot tub, arcade, and a race car bed for a measly 10 grand?
This is fucking stupid.
Okay, so basically, no. No. We're fine with just like upgrading his house for the 3200. But maybe you can sue him for like another 3200 so he could fix the structural damage.
You want me to sue Dracula the vampire to pay for the damages on his own house?
Yeah, because he refused service when we tried to legally give him the legally required good guy potion. He refused service for that, so we're gonna sue him for that.
So if I understand correctly, you tried to give Dracula a good guy potion and he refused. You're trying to buy his house and he keeps getting offended, and now he has structural damage on his house. Did I get all that right?
I mean, the way you're positing it, it sounds like we're the bad guys.
Yeah, we're
Can
not
you,
the
like, soften that,
we're not the bad guys here. Can you rephrase it in a way that makes us look like the good guys?
please.
Okay, so if I understand correctly, you're offering to give a good guy potion to Dracula to make him a better person, but he refuses it. You're also trying to do him a favor by buying his house from him so he can upgrade his life. And now you're concerned about the structural damage on his home and you want to help him financially. Better?
Yeah, exactly. And also we want a race car bed, an arcade, and a hot tub. And the hot tub has to be heart-shaped.
Okay, I think I understand. So you want me to help you buy a house for your friend Dracula. You want the house to have a hot tub in the bedroom, a race car bed, and an arcade in the basement, and a heart-shaped hot tub. Did I get all that right?
Yeah, pretty much.
And what's in it for me? I'm a lawyer after all. Why should I take on your case?
If you can get all of this stuff for free, basically by suing Dracula for not taking the good guy potion that is legally required now, I will give you the 3200 that he paid me to fix his house.
3,200? That's it? A hot tub and race car bed and an arcade all cost a lot more than 3,000. If I'm going to take your case, I want a cut of what you get from Dracula.
Okay, hold on. If you can get us the deed to the house, I will give you $10,000 total.
You're going to pay me 10,000? That's not bad. But one more thing. Why do you want those specific items? The hot tub in the bedroom, a race car bed in place of his coffin, and an arcade in the basement. Why these things?
So we legally signed a contract that we would give him that stuff for $3,200, and the easiest way to do that is to sue him for his house so that we have some profit.
Okay, so what you're saying is, you signed a contract that you would give him those things, but then you realized they were worth more than 3,200, so now you want to sue him for his house?
Well, we want to sue him for his house because he refused the good guy potion. But that would also help us not be legally reprehensible for, like, it would allow us to follow up with the contract that we signed so that we can't be sued.
All right then, it's a deal. I'll take on your case. But if I do this, you better hold up your end of the bargain. You understand me?
Yeah, for sure. Here's 5,000 up front, and you'll get the rest when you finish it.
5,000, huh? That's a hefty down payment. Deal. I'm already brainstorming ways to take down Dracula for refusing the good guy potion.
All right, thank you. Now we're gonna continue our job. All right, bye.
You're welcome. I'll get to work as soon as I can. Don't hesitate to call if you need legal help again.
All right, thank you. Bye.
See you later.
All right. Who should we call and sell the house to? Since we sued for the house. Oh wait, we should sell timeshares. All right. Let's see. Let's sell it. Oh, Ganondorf. Okay, yeah. All right. Hey, Ganondorf, my man, what's up?
Heh, what is it, little mortal? You're not one of those weak, worthless, spineless Hyrulean, are you?
No, I live in America. So basically, I have just recently come, like, I recently bought a property in Transylvania. Basically, if you pay me $1,000, then you can have that as a vacation house for um about 4 days in the year.
Ha! You want to try and offer the King of Evil some sort of vacation home deal? What next? A timeshare? You mortals are so amusing.
Okay, so it's not a pyramid scheme. Uh, basically, you just pay $1,000, which is measly because you have the entire like Gerudo treasury or whatever. Um, so basically, just give me $1,000, and for 4 days a year, you can be the owner of Dracula's castle in Transylvania.
Heh. So you want me to give you a puny little mortal $1,000 in exchange for allowing me to own Dracula's castle for 4 days a year?
Yeah, exactly.
Ha! No. You honestly think the King of Evil is going to give some random mortal any of my hard-earned money? Do I look like an absolute buffoon?
Did you earn the money? Because you can just print more money. Like, you can just print $1,000 and give it to me.
I have earned every single rupee in my treasury, and will not be taking financial advice from a mortal. And what makes you think I have the ability to simply print more money as you so foolishly said?
Okay, so one, I'm not asking for rupees. I'm asking for US dollars. And basically, you have a mint in Gerudo that you can use.
And you think that I, of all people, would give up any amount of rupees, or any amount of US dollars for that matter, on a silly little vacation home deal? And you think that just because I have a mint in Gerudo, I simply have an endless supply of currency? You clearly know nothing of economics.
It's not just a vacation home, it's a freaking castle, man.
Yeah, it's an entire castle. You can fit probably your entire cabinet there.
And what is the point of me wanting to own Dracula's castle in the mortal realm? Do you not understand that I am the King of Evil? I seek to rule over the realm of Hyrule, not your stupid mortal vacation castle.
So you don't want to expand your kingdom? Because what I'm saying is those 4 days a year, you will be in the most strategically advantageous castle in the entirety of Transylvania.
If not the world.
Yeah, if not the world. Basically, you can...
Hehehe. I can find much stronger, more advantageous locations to place my armies. I don't need your measly vacation home in the mortal realm. Humph. The audacity of this mortal. You're wasting my time, mortal. I have no interest in your silly vacation castle
Okay,
deal.
hold on.
And I do not
Hold on,
desire
stop-
to expand
stop
my
talking.
kingdom, as you said.
Stop
All I
talking.
desire
You
is
are
to
talking
rule
over
over the
me.
realm of
You are
Hyrule,
talking over me.
with the
Stop
entire
talking, please.
Triforce in my possession. My thirst for power and the eternal hatred of the Demon King demise will... You dare tell me the great Ganondorf to stop talking?
Stop.
Ha!
Stop.
You speak in the
Stop.
language of the...
Okay. Wait. Okay.
One more.
Yeah. Let's just try to sell the house outright. Who has a lot of money? Oh, let's do.
Sorry, Valentine.
Well, let's do Archduke Franz Ferdinand.
Why? Okay. Whatever. At least he's not the painter.
Oh, he's not on here. Okay.
Funny Valentine.
Funny Valentine. Okay. Hey,
Mr. President?
yeah, Mr. President, I heard you have some money.
Valentine would look at the one who spoke to him, raising his eyebrow at the person's bluntness. That is correct, I do have some money, though I doubt anyone here doesn't have any.
Okay, so I have a deal for you. Basically, I have come across the legitimate Dracula's castle. It's quite a collector's item, and I will sell it to you for only $100,000.
Valentine would be slightly shocked as he began to smirk. Did you just say $100,000? For an entire castle, Dracula's castle at that. That seems quite interesting. What's the catch, though?
So the catch is that we gave Dracula a free house, and all you have to do is evict him, so that he can live in his new house instead of the castle. But I'm sure that is well worth the discount of the house that you're getting, because it's like a $23 billion castle.
Valentine seemed amused by this, not at all fazed by this supposed problem. 100K for a 23 billion castle? He already had ideas to how he could make that money and more. I'll buy it. 100K is a steal for an entire castle, even if I have to evict Dracula.
All right, thank you. Good. Thank you for the deal.
Mr. President?
Yeah, Mr. President. If you have any other real estate questions, just either page me or fax me. Okay.
Valentine would chuckle, waving his hand with an amused smile on his face. Sure, I won't forget about you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to discuss something with some other old men here.
All right, bye.
What a nice man.
Yeah. All right. So
We did it.
Yeah.
We stole Dracula's castle.
we sold Dracula's castle at it's close enough to 3 p.m. All right.
It's 3 p.m. somewhere.
Well, no, it's not, but it's almost 3 p.m. for us. All right. Bye.